Hello everyone, and today I'm going to go over Adobe Firefly for this project. Now, depending upon if you license Adobe through the school or not, you'll have different means of working with Adobe Firefly. Right now I'm acting as if I haven't uh, licensed it through the school, and therefore I need to sign in with an email or something, right? So I can go to sign in. And just for the sake of argument, I'm just going to go with my Google account, which is nice and easy, right? Great. Now, this is what it looks like. And if you don't have a school account, this is what's going on. Now, something that you'll notice here is that you'll only have 10. I've already used a couple here, but you only have 10 complementary generations. So every time you generate something, you're going to lose a credit. Or if you do an edit, like I'm going to show you, you'll lose a credit. So this is very little. As I mentioned in class, you could get burner emails where you could get those 10 credits again. Another option is to simply upgrade, right? And if you upgrade, you could actually, if you do this, you can get a free trial. You need a credit card, but you get a 7-day free trial if you do that. You just have to make sure to cancel. If not, they're going to charge you $9.99. All right, and this is going to give you 2,000 credits to do this, which is more than enough for this assignment. Okay, so that's another option. If you do have a credit card, and you can do that. The other option, and if you have signed up this way, you'll have all kinds of options to work with different AI models that are out there, right? Which is cool because Adobe just recently turned into what's known as an aggregate, meaning that they have all kinds of models that they're using that you can run their images through. As far as the Adobe stuff goes, like I went over in class, right? It's commercially safe to use the Adobe models because these models were actually trained on Adobe images, right? Not so much with these other ones. Okay, but that's kind of outside of the scope of the class. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on there. Now, for the sake of what it looks like when you sign in with your school account, I'm just going to go ahead and do it that way with signing in with my school account. There we go. And if I sign in with my school account, which I did just now, right, you can see that I have 1,000 credits, even though I've used a few already. But it resets every month. And you'll have about the same as well. In fact, you would have 1,000 credits with the school account. Now, with the school account, it limits you to only the Firefly models here, right? And we have a new image 5 preview, which is great, but it doesn't always work because it's used a lot, right? I've tried to use it a few times today, and it simply says check back later, right? Using 4 and 3 work fine, and I haven't tried this for Ultra yet, you know? For the sake of what we're doing, any of these models are fine, right? So I'm just going to go with 4 just for the sake of argument, right? And what I'm going to do is create something. But before that, I just kind of want to go over some stuff that is beyond the scope of this class, but is super cool with Adobe Firefly because they've done a lot of upgrades and a total redesign lately. So we have this create, we have this generate, which is about the same thing, except it gives you some more options down here, right? And you can explore, you can do images, video, and audio. You can do all kinds of stuff. We have something called boards, which is cool, where you can read through here if you like about what this stuff is. But if you're doing some sort of project, right, branding and something, you can make a board to get lots of looks that you want something to fit into your brand or to make the images, right? So you can actually start uploading all kinds of files that it will reference on there, right? We have this production one, which is pretty cool, where you can do things like remove backgrounds and crop images, do color grades, right? And as you can see, some other things are coming soon too, which includes an upscaler and standardized headshots, which is kind of neat. Let's see, what else do we have? We have quick actions, we have your stuff, we have custom models. Custom models are interesting too because when you click on it, it will give you an overview about how to actually create custom models to be brand ready, right? And as you can see down here, it's being used in all kinds of stuff, right? There's all kinds of tutorials on how to do this, and it's like, Amazon's using it, Paramount's using it, Tapestry, right? There's a lot of places that are actually using the Adobe products there that you can read stories about, right? About custom models. Now, once again, this goes beyond the scope of the class, but still cool to know that Adobe has all this stuff. So what we're doing for this class is simple image creation, which I am going to go over in the next video. But for now, this is pretty much where I'm leaving off on this video.